The Tapestry of Memories. In a small town nestled between rolling hills and sprawling meadows, the Johnson family lived in a cozy, weathered house that had seen generations come and go. The house, with its peeling blue paint and a bright red door, was a testament to the love and laughter that echoed within its walls. At the heart of this family was Grandma Ruth, the matriarch, whose warm smile and gentle hands had woven together the fabric of their lives. Grandma Ruth was in her late 70s, but her spirit was as vibrant as a field of wildflowers in spring. She had raised 3 children, Tom, Sarah, and Emily, each of whom had families of their own now. Every Sunday, the Johnsons gathered at Grandma Ruth's house for dinner, a tradition that had continued for over 30 years. The aroma of her famous chicken pot pie filled the air, a dish that could unite even the most distant family members. One sunny Sunday afternoon, as the family began to arrive, the sound of laughter and chatter filled the home. Tom, the eldest, brought his 2 boisterous boys, Max and Jake, while Sarah arrived with her daughter Lily, a shy but curious 7-year-old. Emily, the youngest, came last, her husband Mark helping carry the heavy basket of fresh vegetables from their garden. "Smells amazing, Mom!" Tom exclaimed, giving his mother a warm hug. The kids rushed into the kitchen, their eyes lighting up at the sight of the pot pie cooling on the counter. "Grandma, can we help?" Lily asked, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Of course, sweetheart. Why don't you help me set the table?" Grandma Ruth replied, her heart swelling with joy at the sight of her grandchildren. As they prepared for dinner, Grandma Ruth shared stories of her own childhood, tales of adventure and mischief that captivated her grandchildren. They listened intently, hanging on her every word as she recalled the time she climbed a tree to rescue a kitten or the summer she spent picking strawberries with her sisters. After dinner, the family gathered in the living room, where Grandma Ruth pulled out a worn photo album. "Let's take a walk down memory lane," she suggested, opening the book to reveal yellowed photographs, each one a snapshot of a cherished moment. As they flipped through the pages, laughter erupted at the sight of Tom's awkward teenage years, complete with a goofy hairstyle and oversized glasses. Sarah's prom photo, where she wore a gown that her mother had sewn by hand, brought tears of nostalgia to Grandma Ruth's eyes. "Mom, you always made our clothes so beautifully," Emily said, tracing the outline of the dress in the photo. "I wish I had learned more from you." Grandma Ruth smiled softly. "There's still time, dear. We can make memories together, just like I did with you." The evening wore on, filled with stories and laughter, until the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow through the windows. As the family prepared to leave, Grandma Ruth gathered them for a group hug. "Always remember, my dears, that family is the most important thing. No matter where life takes you, these moments are what truly matter." As the weeks turned into months, the Johnson family continued their Sunday dinners, each gathering a reminder of the strong bonds that held them together. However, as winter approached, Grandma Ruth began to slow down. She had always been the vibrant heart of the family, but now her energy seemed to wane. One Sunday, as the family gathered around the table, they noticed her struggle to keep up with the usual preparations. Tom and Sarah exchanged concerned glances, while Emily helped her mother into a chair. "Mom, are you feeling okay?" Sarah asked gently. "I'm just a little tired, dear," Grandma Ruth replied, forcing a smile. "Nothing to worry about." But as time passed, it became evident that Grandma Ruth's health was declining. The family rallied around her, ensuring she had everything she needed. They took turns visiting her during the week, bringing flowers, her favorite books, and homemade meals. One evening, as Emily sat by her mother's bedside, Grandma Ruth took her hand. "Emily, my sweet girl," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I want you to promise me something." "Anything, Mom," Emily replied, her heart aching. "I want you to keep our family traditions alive. Teach your children about our history, our stories. Make sure they know the love that binds us," Grandma Ruth said, tears glistening in her eyes. "I promise, Mom," Emily said, choking back her tears. "We'll always remember." As the days turned into weeks, Grandma Ruth grew weaker. The family decided to have one last gathering, a Christmas celebration that would fill her heart with joy. They decorated the house with twinkling lights and crafted handmade ornaments, each one a labor of love. On Christmas Eve, the Johnsons gathered in the living room, the scent of pine and cinnamon filling the air. Grandma Ruth watched with a smile as her grandchildren decorated the tree, their laughter ringing like music in her ears. "Look, Grandma! We made this one for you," Max exclaimed, holding up a glittery star. "It's beautiful, sweetheart," Grandma Ruth said, her heart swelling with pride. "Just like all of you." As the evening wore on, they exchanged gifts, but the best present came in the form of stories and memories shared. Grandma Ruth spoke of Christmases past, of her own childhood and the traditions that had shaped her family. "Family is the greatest gift of all," she said, her voice filled with emotion. "Cherish each other." That night, as the family huddled close, they sang carols, their voices harmonizing in the warm glow of the fireplace. Grandma Ruth closed her eyes, savoring the moment, knowing that this tapestry of memories would carry on through generations. A few days later, in the early hours of the morning, Grandma Ruth passed away peacefully, surrounded by her family. The loss was profound, leaving a void that seemed insurmountable. But in their grief, the Johnsons found strength in one another, drawing closer as they navigated the waves of sorrow. At her funeral, they shared stories, laughter mingled with tears, celebrating a life that had been lived fully and generously. Each family member took turns speaking, recounting their favorite memories of Grandma Ruth, her unwavering love, and the lessons she had imparted. In the months that followed, Emily took her mother's promise to heart. She started a family scrapbook, collecting photographs, stories, and mementos from each gathering. She encouraged her siblings to contribute, and they shared their own kids' drawings, their first steps, and the little moments that made life beautiful. Every Sunday, they continued the tradition of family dinners, each gathering in homage to Grandma Ruth's legacy. They would often gather around the table and share the stories she had told, ensuring that her spirit lived on in every laugh and every tear. One summer evening, as they sat outside, watching the sunset paint the sky in brilliant hues of orange and pink, Emily turned to her children, Max and Lily. Do you remember the stories Grandma used to tell us? She asked. Yes. The one about the time she climbed the tree. Lily exclaimed, her eyes wide with excitement. Exactly. And how she picked strawberries with her sisters? Max added, a smile spreading across his face. Emily smiled, feeling a warmth in her heart. Let's make sure we tell these stories to your cousins too. It's important that they know their roots and the love that binds us. As the years rolled on, the Johnson family continued to grow, welcoming new members and cherishing the old. Every gathering was infused with love, laughter, and the occasional tear, as memories of Grandma Ruth lingered like a gentle whisper in the background. One day, while organizing the family scrapbook, Emily stumbled upon a letter tucked between the pages. It was a note from her mother, written before her passing. As she read the heartfelt words, tears streamed down her face. My dear Emily, if you're reading this, it means I'm no longer with you. But remember, love is eternal. Keep our family close, share our stories, and never forget the bonds we share. You are the keeper of our legacy. In that moment, Emily understood the weight of her mother's words. She would continue to weave the tapestry of memories, ensuring that the love and lessons of Grandma Ruth would echo through the generations. As the sun set on another beautiful day, Emily gathered her children and their cousins in the backyard. Tonight, let's share the stories of Grandma Ruth, she said, her voice filled with warmth and resolve. As they sat in a circle under the stars, the Johnson family shared laughter and stories, each tale a thread woven into their shared history. In that moment, they knew that Grandma Ruth's spirit lived on, not just in the memories they cherished, but in the love that continued to bind them together. And so, the tapestry of the Johnson family grew ever richer, woven with threads of love, laughter, and the timeless echoes of a grandmother's enduring legacy.